first thing I have to do is congratulate everybody because I don't know if you're aware of it, but apparently the Royal Canadian Mint struck a quarter commemorating the day we hit the coast video.
Really?
Have you seen this yet?
Really?
No.
Really?
Hey! There's me.
It's true.
Oh, there's only 3 of us. Oh, well, that one must have been back the time that Ben was left behind.
Either that or Ben's in the bottom of the canoe.
Oh, he's in bottom. Yeah, well, he was working. He was skinning a.
It was the interim between Cliff and Ben where we had to figure out. We were actually on our way. We portaged a few hundred meters to get Ben.
Yeah, no, that's, you know,
that's ours.
I got that at great expense for
that's
the band. So as long as everybody's happy with that, there you go. So let's see now. We last time we saw you were heading off across the country, and how did all of that go?
Now we're back.
Yeah.
That was good.
How'd your trip go?
Quite killer. Just simply killer.
Yeah. Big crowd showed up and that kind of stuff?
Some pretty big crowds. All the big Canadian cities were fantastic. You know, there was all the stuff in between, which is always the stuff in between. It's good. You know, it's good. It's the stateside stuff was a little rough.
Oh, was it?
As
the kids aren't
par for the course.
The kids I don't understand them anymore. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I've lost touch.
Already losing touch with the
23. I'm out of it. Out of the game.
We got a good contingent of some older men at our shows now. We're enjoying that a lot. From the back of the film, he said, "Shut up or I'll shoot you. You look so good with a gun, but your hat doesn't suit you."
There seem to be a lot of people coming up to sort of like, it's great that you guys are still rocking because no one else is. And it's like, well, that's not necessarily true, but it's like people seem to maybe sort of associated us with a sort of like rock and roll revival, which it was nice. I mean, it sort of goes hand in hand with our last record, so which is kind of nice that our tour accompanied that. Exactly. I found. That was my take on it.
So while you were on the trip, the new video is released.
Yes.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about that? And again, obviously impressed enough the Mint struck a coin.
It's an Ante video.
It's an Ante video. Ante Kovac. He filmed it, I guess, at the beginning of the tour. We went out to this park somewhere north of Mississauga. I forget what it was called. And
it was called the bad part of Canada. We're the wild.
The wild, yeah.
Oh, I know that.
And
yeah.
You know, I mean, it's all pretty much based on true experiences. I don't know.
True story.
based on a true story in which the 4 of us came upon a sign which told us to learn to party.
I heard a story from somebody saying that there was a possibility Much Music might have had a problem with the video. Something to do with
there's a bit of a problem. Some odd.
Fur, something with.
Well, yeah, I mean, it because they were worried that the furs were real, and that, you know, it looks so.
But it's hard not to know. It's hard not to appear snarky in a situation like this.
Yeah, because I mean, we all know that, you know. It's like people wear leather belts in videos and nothing goes down, you know, and it's very much a period piece. I mean, granted, a slightly weird one, a weird take on it, but it is very, you know, it's not like we're decked out in brand new fur coats.
It's like it seems like fur as a symbol of wealth is okay, but fur as a symbol of adventure is bad.
Well,
and survival.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn this country was based on the fur trade.
Yeah.
Yes. I think.
Yes.
In fact, I don't think we'd have a country if it wasn't for that.
Not even called. It was more pelts. There weren't furs. There were pelts. We were freaking trading stuff up there. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. We weren't displaying. You know.
Yeah. You're a rock band in a park, for God's sake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We were surviving. We were surviving.
Well, I think they were buying it at Much headquarters.
We were cold.
He's mad. He's mad.
A look like that only makes me look older. You put your head on the coldest shoulder.
So how was that playing on the big rock stage?
I got pretty into it. You know, it was good. It's fun. It's weird, simply weird.
It felt the same playing for like 8,000 as it did playing for, you know, 700.
A couple screams.
There were some screams.
There were a couple screams.
I heard some screaming, and they weren't like injury related.
No, yeah, or like tears of rage or anything, you know. I can no longer steer. Should you wanna stick around?
Well, congratulations anyway on the coin. And you know, a lot of bands don't see that in their careers.
No. And by the way, we don't have a lot of money, but I don't really need your.
If I were fearless, I'd take a bullet, impress my friends. But who's impressed when Thanks a lot, Cressler.
So you've been trying to make this record for how long now?
Probably 2 years. Almost, year and a half, I'd say.
So you're doing it in bits and pieces and stops and starts?
It was, in the end, it was all pretty much one big piece, but I took a few swings at it. So
what did you learn in the process?
That you can't just show people the song 1 week before you record and expect it to sound bang on.
And the album's called?
Where the Change Is.
How significant in some sense, or, I mean, obviously there's lots of changes since
it was a
the last
song.
record you were involved in.
It was just a song I wrote, and it wasn't really specifically about a change in my location or anything like that. It was just a song about some girl, and but it seemed to suit the album's themes of time and passage thereof. Mm-hmm. And so we used it as the title. I mean, it wasn't some grand King Crimson-esque mind-blowing
It's not tremendously
album.
deep, is what you're saying?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It's good. I like the sound of it, and it looks cool, and that's enough for rock and roll.
I think the sound's probably going to change, so I feel a little, not really pressure, but just a little bit like wondering, where we're going. But we're just starting to find our feet as a unit together playing. And as we haven't played that many live shows, but
we're trying to find our wings.
Wings.
We haven't heard from you, Gavin.
That's right. Well, all I could say is that it's been great so far, and that the organ was good. The drums were the double attack on the drums just didn't seem to work out, but we needed an organ. But I'll let someone else speak on my behalf, and
I could speak on his
he'd
behalf.
meet compliments, so you go ahead.
The word on Gavin is we wanted him in the band, but we didn't know what we wanted him for. So we tried him.
Look at him. Doesn't he look cool?
They wanted to borrow my suit jackets.
We basically did a photo shoot with him before you even heard him hit a snare or hit a key. And we had some without him and some with, and then we were like, well, come over and we'll try you out on drums. And he was completely aggressive, like totally like mouth wide open, going completely nuts. And we were like, oh, it's good, but it's not really jiving with Steve. And Steve's pretty busy as it is too, so. But he was like, yeah, I play organ too. And we were like, oh, great. Thank God, because I wanted to get Gavin in the band. Since we're in Toronto now, it's easy to go down to Kitchener and Windsor and all those places and just for a night. And so basically do half the touring of Canada on weekends. And then when we have a video out, which will be in, which I'm sure you're very interested in.
Yes.
Zoom in. And that'll probably be August before you see a video, and that'll be for the song High School. But until then, probably wouldn't be very economically wise thing to do right now.
Right.
Gavin's only got 2 weeks vacation, and so he's really holding the band back. We may have to axe him after all.